Limoges at the Francis Chigot Company. So you can see the brand on the left side on the corner, Chigot. It was the name of the glassmaker. And you will see the windows tell the history of Montreal. And we start the history up front on the west side with Jacques Cartier. Jacques Cartier was an explorer in Canada. And when we are going down the hill, we follow the historical events until the sanctuary at Notre-Dame. For example, on the third window, we remember here the first Mass to Ville-Marie, Montreal. And this Mass was celebrated at the Pointe-à-Calière place. Have you been walking to Pointe-à-Calière? Nobody know Pointe-à-Calière? Okay, but you should go. Pointe-à-Calière, it's about 5 minutes from the church, okay? It's just at the back. And where we have the point, we have the Archaeological Museum. And it's the site of the foundations of the city. If you are going in, you will see the first cemetery with the fortifications. And at the beginning, there was at this place a chapel where Father Vimont, the priest on the center, a Jesuit priest, was celebrating the first Mass with Maisonneuve on the left panel. And on the right panel, you can see a woman with a pink dress. Her name was Jeanne Mans, and Jeanne Mans was the co-foundress of the city. On the fourth window, we have this time Maisonneuve when he was carrying a cross on the Montreal hill. It was in January 1643. Also, if you are able to turn a bit here on my right, earlier we have seen the altarpiece for Marguerite-du-Ville. This time we have the altarpiece to Saint Joseph. And Saint Joseph, in art history, it's more rare. It's more rare than we have representations of Joseph with Jesus in paintings inside the church. In art history, we have so many representations of Mary with Jesus, but Joseph is more rare. And Joseph is one of the 3 characters on the facade of Notre-Dame. So later, when we move out, you will see above the central door, we have Mary. She protects Montreal. On the west side, you can see John the Baptist, who protects the province of Quebec. And on the east side, we have Saint Joseph, who protects the country, the Canada. So we are the 3 characters, Mary, John the Baptist, and Saint Joseph. Also, architecturally, Notre-Dame here, it's not a replica of the one in Paris. I know we have 2 towers, but even though we have 2 towers, they are very different. And I'm going to show you here the most famous Notre-Dames in the world, Notre-Dame in Paris. Unfortunately, it has been burned about 6 months, 7 months ago, but still we are lucky because we have the facade. Notre-Dame in Paris, it's a French Gothic church from the 12th century. When we use the word Gothic, it's because the church was built during the Middle Age, a long time ago. And in the French style, we have a lot of details. So as you see on the picture, we have the rose window in the center. Then there was the sculptures, the characters here. There was the arrow with the flying buttresses and the monsters all around. And the one in France is bigger than the one here to Montreal. And on my next picture, that's very interesting because we have the 3 models. On my right, the one in Montreal. On the center, the Westminster Abbey in London, in the United Kingdom. And on my left, Notre-Dame in Paris. The one in Montreal, it's an English Gothic revival church from the 19th century. So when we use the word revival, it's because the church was built recently, okay? So it's modern, and at the same time, revival means that we return to a whole style in architecture. And the one in Montreal is English because you can see it's very sober if we compare with the one in France. There's no details except the 3 characters, as I said, Mary, John the Baptist, and Saint Joseph. The influence of Montreal was more the Westminster Abbey in London, because our architect, James O'Donnell, was born in Dublin in Ireland, and he was studying architecture in UK. So his influence was more the English side.